Hello, I'm Ashley, and today I'm going to be doing a reading. Today is August 4th, 2019. This will just kind of be like a general reading. My card's upside down. A general reading just for the energy right now. I'm just kind of curious to see what comes up. I don't want to make this too long, so let's go ahead and get started. Clear my energy, cleanse my aura. Alright, Spirit, what do we need to know right now? Okay, Four of Pentacles. So this is this feeling of like holding on to the past or holding on really tightly to the physical world, whether it be money, home, career, relationships, like something in the physical, like feeling like kind of like wanting to hoard it, not wanting to give it up. Yeah, feeling like this energy of like feeling stuck or wanting to control, how this like, especially the physical world, like how the physical world looks, like what success looks like, or what like your home looks like this feeling of like wanting to hold on to this sense of like stability, because 4 always represents like stability to me. But this is like holding on too tightly to the material world that we think is our stability, but really that our stability doesn't come from that. It comes from our energy. When our energy is not stable, then we don't feel stable. No matter if we have a house, no matter if we have a job, no matter if we have a relationship, no matter if we have money, we'll still feel that sense of like not enough, and like feeling like unstable. And so we'll cling, because this is like kind of like clinging to the outside, clinging to the material world as a way to give us a like feeling of security. But even with these things, it feels like there's a sense of like not enough, like, but it's still not feeling stable. Okay, what else can you tell us with this? What is this Four of Pentacles about? We need to know about this. Okay, Knight of Wands. Yes, this makes so much sense. It's like this in and out energy. Like, the Knight of Wands, he is very passionate, but he doesn't like to commit. It's like holding on to the past. What I'm feeling like is like holding on to this energy of like back and forth, in and out. Yeah, because like the Knight of Wands is just a very not a very stable energy, like I was saying. Just like feel that feeling of instability. Okay, that makes so much sense. This could also be like a fire sign, but it doesn't have to apply. Just always remember to take what resonates. Always like take the messages that come to you from your own intuition above everything else. So it's just a general reading. Yeah, so you might like be like dealing with like commitment issues, or like, yeah, it's just this energy of not feeling stable. Like maybe feeling passionate, but not feeling committed. It's like this weird feeling though, because it's like people want to cling to this, but also like they struggle to commit too. So I'm getting this very like back and forth energy. This feeling of like, yeah, just in and out. That's what I keep hearing, in and out. Okay, what are we not seeing clearly right now? Okay, the Star. I love this. So this is always to me like saying like you're on the right path. Healing is taking place. You're aligning with your destiny. You're being guided by the stars. You're being guided by your intuition. You're being guided by like the divine. It's also like this, like she has one foot in the water, one foot out of the water. But it's a very like balanced card. It's like a card of like faith and grace and hope, and wishes, kind of, is what I'm hearing. Yes, I really love the energy of the Star. I don't know, it just feels like there's this energy, like this very like soothing energy from the Star. It's very interesting. Like you're right where you're meant to be, is what I'm hearing. Even if things feel like in and out, or like unstable, or like not secure, it's giving us a chance to. It's like actually destined, is what I'm hearing. It's giving us a chance to come back to our own sense of security within ourselves. But that doesn't come from the outside world or from the material world, but from having faith, having hope, being guided and being supported by like our stars, being supported by the universe, being supported by our ancestors, being supported by spirit, instead of being supported by the physical world. It's like wanting to believe. That's what I'm getting with the Knight of Wands. Like wanting to believe that is true, but then also like it's like the belief systems of like that deeply ingrained belief of like needing money to survive. It's a very survival need. And of course, we need money to survive. I'm just saying, like, when we cling on to, or we like hold on to things that aren't serving us anymore just because we think they give us security, then we're just like blocking ourselves or creating this like blockage. And then our money stops flowing, or like our relationships don't have passion anymore, and it's because we're clinging to it when we've been asked to give it up or to let it go, so we can receive something better. Yeah, so what else are we not seeing clearly with the star? Okay, 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, so like this is building a very strong foundation in the material world. It's like the ultimate material world card. That sometimes we have to dismantle our like belief systems in order to create a brand new one that's built from faith, that's built from eternity, from our soul, and not from the material world. Like building a legacy from the inside out instead of from money, or from like a home, or like an education. It's like leaving that legacy behind, like by building a really strong foundation within yourself, so you feel really stable, and then you attract this in the physical world. I like that. So we're not seeing clear as we are building this. We're building this 10 of Pentacles. This is like the legacy, the dream, and the financial like freedom. Like it's just the ultimate card. But I love that it's like combined with the star, because the star to me feels very like ethereal, like very like heaven, and the 10 of Pentacles screams like earth, like, and this is an abundant earth. It's very abundant, very prosperous. It's like thriving. It feels like a merging of both like physical and spiritual. That's cool. It's like soul mission too. Like there might be a lot of people awakening to their purpose right now, awakening to their dreams, awakening to their wishes, their divine path, their divine soul mission. They're awakening to that. But it probably does include this like 10 of Pentacles of having like a very like prosperous and abundant like income or home, or like work endeavor or career. It's going to be very successful, whatever it is. But we're learning to be guided by our intuition instead of being guided by the physical world, or like society or other people's judgments or opinions. Or it's like blazing a new trail. Okay, even though it might look different, like that's what I'm feeling. It's like it doesn't look like what we've been taught. This like 10 of Pentacles looks like, which would be like financial success and a very stable and secure job and retirement and 401k and health insurance, and like that's we think we need those things to survive, but they're really just like we're just learning to live in a new way. We're just recognizing that those things aren't like, we need to stop putting our dreams and our wishes on the back burner, and trying to force and push and create an income, to create stability. And instead we need to follow our guidance, follow our intuition, follow our hearts and our emotions as a way to create this very stable energy within us that creates a very stable worldly foundation. But it's built from spirit. It's built from the eternal. So I like that. That's what we're not seeing clearly. And what is your advice for us right now? Queen of Swords. Set some boundaries. That's what I heard right away. Make sure you set really clear boundaries. Take care of yourself. Yeah, that's what I'm getting there. To stay detached. The Queen of Swords can come off pretty like harsh. Her energy can be kind of harsh, but it comes from a place of like not letting anyone like fuck with you, like not allowing yourself to be walked over. A lot of us, a lot of women have done that for a very long time, even men too, that are really insecure. So placing boundaries can seem really hard at first, but also they have to do with self-worth. And when we let people walk all over us, we don't have boundaries. And so when we begin to set boundaries, it's going to feel really uncomfortable, especially for people that are like people pleasers. But as you begin to like, it's not about like cutting people off or like creating a barrier or creating a wall. It's just about being detached from people's emotions, knowing that you don't have to take on other people's emotions. You don't have to take on other people's garbage. That you can sit here on your throne and you can view it from the fence. That's probably like right here. Like you can view it. You can sit on your throne and view it from afar. You don't need to be all up in it. But we tend to think that when we're all up in it that we have control over it, and that's what I'm hearing. That's kind of what this was, like control. Like we want to kind of control this unstable energy. But this is saying to like detach and just like, I'm just seeing on the other side of this queen is like this beautiful garden, and she like looks over it. She's like a very like attentive mother, and she doesn't allow things in that she knows is harmful. And she's like, nope, you're cut off. Nope, you're cut off. Like not allowing those things into her garden, like not allowing them into her little like paradise, her slice of heaven. It's just having boundaries and not allowing people to deplete you because you're emotionally detached from them. And you know that like you can't change or fix anyone, that you can work on yourself. And yeah, this is like not being persuaded by other people's opinions, not being like emotionally manipulated. Like, okay, what else is your advice for this Queen of Swords? So I get it's really important to set boundaries. What is your advice? The Lovers. Okay, very interesting. I really like this. This could represent Gemini, and so could this too, because this is an air sign. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I think the star represents Aquarius as well. So that could be a sign. But I'm getting that like just whatever doesn't align with love, kind of whatever doesn't align with love needs to be like, kind of. But also what I'm getting here is with the Queen of Swords is also about focus and intention. So focusing on love, holding your intention to call in love if that's what you're like manifesting or what you desire, or like calling in a relationship, or like even just balancing your relationships. It doesn't have to be, that usually entails like a romantic partnership. Usually the Lovers does, but it could be all relationships of all kinds. Interesting. I want to get some oracle cards too. At the time of reevaluation, like planting seeds, taking a step back, detaching, kind of like the Queen of Swords, or detaching, maybe even detaching from love. Like, this doesn't mean that you aren't open to love or that you're not loving, because the Queen of Swords, if she's not in her heart space, she can become very cold. But we're learning how to be in our heart space and still have boundaries and not letting our like hearts be walked all over. It's kind of what I'm feeling. It's about like being open and lighthearted, because the Queen of Swords is also very light and airy. You know, she's kind of funny, she's kind of witty, you know, but she can also be very like serious and can kind of come off that way. That's what I'm kind of feeling with that energy. Is to like be open to love. Like, don't completely close it off. Like I was saying, it's not like she has a wall built up. She has this beautiful little garden out in front of her where all these little kids are playing, and she's like, you know, she objectively observes, so she's not emotionally entangled. So maybe that's a sign about love. Yeah, just like reevaluate. Like this to me always is about like affirmations and taking a time to plant your seeds of worthiness and of love by like treating yourself and nurturing yourself well, in this time of like taking a step back. And then death under that. So like things are transforming, especially as you plant these seeds, and they can come to fruition, and then things begin to change and transform. And like I was saying with that, like the Magician, like using your words, using your emotions, usually using your thoughts, like connecting with the earth, connecting to your passions. They're all available to you at any moment. That's what the Magician is all about, is like using the most of what you have right with you, like being resourceful. And then the Wheel of Fortune, yeah. So that's what I'm feeling like, especially as you step into your power as a Magician and you accept where you are and you use the tools that you have with you right now, then you create change. And then I love that, because then there's the World. It's like a completion of a cycle. That's what it feels like. And it feels like the completion is like about feeling like, I feel like it's like being loved, like being, feeling worthy of love. Feeling like open to love, like embodying the energy of love instead of like depending on love to come from the outside, you know, like I was saying, like relationships. So that could resonate there. Like instead of relying and waiting for it to like come to you, like embodying it. And you have to do that, like, in order to stay in the vibration of love, you're going to have to set boundaries, because there are going to be people that like either drain your energy, and then, or like, notice how you're around people and you feel very anxious, so you might have to cut those people out of your life, or be like, I'm sorry, I can't hang out with you as often, because me being in the frequency of love and being connected to that energy at all times is important to me, and it's how I am going to survive. Like, and so, like, or like your job, if your job makes you feel like not embodied in love, like looking at where you can do something that is more in alignment with your passions, more in alignment with love, more in alignment with your purpose, like I was saying with the star, people awakening to that, and recognizing that the more you're following your heart, the more you're following your intuition, your purpose, the more you're aligning with eternal love. And then that's when your like energies begin to merge within yourself. And it's the masculine and feminine energies within us. It's the light and the dark. It's the polarities. We each have these within us. This is not limited to gender at all. Like, yeah, just recognizing when you're out of alignment with love, and then learning, even if different foods make you feel out of alignment with food, that's about the Queen of Swords and cutting it out. Like, that's what I always see the Queen of Swords does, is like, it's like eliminating things, that it's like setting boundaries, and having a very like clear intention. So if your intention is to be in love, in the energy of love, then cutting out whatever doesn't, make you feel that way, or cutting out behaviors or patterns or thought patterns, especially with the Queen of Swords, because it's about the mind, thought patterns that don't align with love, where you constantly tell yourself in the story that like you're not good enough, or that you're going to be left, or you're going to be abandoned, or whatever it is, like that you're not good enough. And that's what this like Seven of Pentacles, I feel, is like. It's like that time of reevaluating, and then like as you allow those old parts of you to die that aren't aligned with love anymore, then you really like step into your power with the Magician, and you really begin to change the wheel and change your destiny. And I really like that. The one that aligns more with your eternal nature, like I was saying with the Star and the Ten of Pentacles, is like we're switching. Like our belief systems are kind of being upgraded right now, which can seem very daunting and kind of scary. If you're not grounded to the earth and grounded to your body and detached from your emotions. So when you're emotionally enmeshed with other people, you kind of give your power away, and you feel very unstable, you feel very drained, you feel very tired, you feel depleted. And the Queen of Swords, like, that's why she's creates boundaries, so that she can have a very like clear, like, because she's all about clarity and clearness, and like there not being a lot of fog, because there's clear cut like certainty. So I really like that. Okay, what do we need to know with this Knight of Wands and Four of Pentacles? We need to know. Okay, hostilities in reverse. I like this. So this is like anger dissolving, or like pent up emotions, because this goes great with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands can get like, he's passionate too, but he's also like the other end of passion is like anger, and very like, you can see even that horse is kind of like, whoa. So I like that with this, is like it's kind of like letting go. That's what I hear, is letting go, especially with the Four of Pentacles, like letting go of these hostilities that kind of like keep you bound, that keep you feeling kind of tied. Let's see what else. Attachment, yeah. Well, that's exactly like the Four of Pentacles, like letting go of attachment. Anything that, you see how she has like handcuffs, or anything that keeps you chained. This is also like revealing your mask, like taking off your mask. Recognizing where you're still holding on to things that aren't serving you, that are keeping you feeling bound, that are keeping you feeling like you're a prisoner, or like you're trapped in some way. That's what I'm getting there. Instead of like blaming, like that's what I'm getting though. It's like a nice energy. It's like, instead of blaming, like, because the hostility is coming in reverse, instead of blaming, it's like accepting. And I feel like that's what's actually gonna it's like accepting what you have, accepting where you are, accepting your past, accepting your behaviors, like understanding your anger and where it's actually stemming from, to be able to free yourself. Let's get one more. What else do we need to know with this? Okay, 2 came out. Angel of Love in reverse. This could be like a separation, or like the ending of a relationship, or like love just isn't looking good. Yeah, kind of like I was feeling with that four of Pentacles there, is like holding on to like a relationship that isn't serving you, that needs to end, but there's attachment. And so like looking at your attachment and not being angry, but recognizing that it's coming from like the past. And then with that, what came out with that was adjacent possibilities in reverse. So this is saying like to be open-minded, to not be too like married to your agenda, to allow things to like kind of like go with the flow. Yeah, and I was getting that kind of with this Four of Pentacles is like wanting to control. And I think this is like kind of wanting to control with maybe like sexual energy, with this in and out energy, like one second I want you, the next second I don't. Like it's like yeah, that back and forth, like, and recognizing that pattern within yourself. And then it's probably coming from an attachment. It's like avoidant. Like you want it, you want it, you want it, you say you want it, and then like when it gets really close, or like when you start to feel really intimate, then you like push it away, like even subconsciously, just because it's like that fear of intimacy. Okay, interesting. So yeah, it's like be open, don't be too rigid or too stuck or too trying to control things. Just like let them be and see where the door, like see what doors open for you. Interesting. What are we not seeing clearly? Okay, woman holding a coin in reverse. Yes, I was feeling this. So it's like that feeling of like not being good enough, like I was saying with the Seven of Pentacles. So like recognizing where you don't feel like worthy of receiving, where your worth is tied to like outside things, like other people, like relationships, money, career, like that's what I'm kind of getting there. Or like not feeling like worthy of your mission, or like not feeling like you're able to do it, or yeah, like just not good enough. Like, okay, what else are we not seeing clearly with this woman holding a coin in reverse? Okay, door to value. Interesting. I like that we have coins here, and with the Ten of Pentacles there. Okay, what I'm feeling is like it's like this energy of coming into your power, it feels like, especially with the star, and like there's healing, and like I'm just seeing the solar plexus chakra. Like I like that we had doors on this one too, like adjacent possibilities and doors opening. And this one is door to value, and there's door with cash like flying out of there. And it's like abundant and prosperous on the other side. That's kind of what I was feeling too. It's like breaking this old belief system that you're not good enough, or that you're not worthy of success, that you're not worthy of like having prosperity, that you're not worthy of like yeah, like this is just real. And I like that says door to value, because this is really about finding your value. Okay, let's get another. What else are we not seeing clearly with this? Okay, two came out again. Contract in reverse and cornucopia in reverse. So this to me is saying that it's like things are like delayed. There's a delay, like something has fallen through, or plans have fallen through, and like your wish is like stalled, or like it's in suspension, or it's just not coming right now. And I think it just has to do with this like not feeling worthy. So it's like learning how to like step in your power. And I feel like that's what the star is all about, is like you're right where you're meant to be, because you're learning how to step into your power, and how to really truly see your value. And like I feel like the people around you right now, like these are soul contracts that are teaching you that your abundance, that your value is within yourself. And it's never going to come from, family. This could even be family. It's not going to come from family. It's not going to come from, success or fame or anything. It's going to come from feeling whole within yourself, feeling balanced too. And I like that there's a balance here. Feeling balanced within yourself, feeling very prosperous, and feeling very valuable, knowing your worth. I feel like also that maybe a lot of people's like purpose too is to just that just kind of fell out, and I'm gonna take it because that kind of felt relevant. We have community, because I was feeling that with like women. It's like this energy of like women wanting to like feel more powerful. It's just like they're stuck in this belief pattern that they're not worthy of it. So it's like the universe can't give it to you because you don't feel like you're worthy of it. So really focusing on your value, especially with the Queen of Swords, like focusing on love, focusing on unity, because that's kind of like the lovers. It's like that masculine and feminine energy united within us. So this could be like finding like-minded people, or feeling supported by a community. It's very interesting. Okay, what is your advice for us right now? Or maybe even like this door to value opens up like new relationships, new friendships. When your value begins to shift and your worth begins to shift, and you call in new people. That's what I'm getting there. Okay, what is your advice? Caring connections in reverse. So this is like saying that like a relationship is ending, or a relationship is on the rocks, kind of. It's just not working out. There's some issues here. I like that with the Lovers. Queen of Swords could just be like also like discerning who's right for you and who's not right for you. Like, yeah, it's about, because the Queen of Swords is about discernment. Okay, what else is your advice with this caring connections in reverse? Okay, the thinking woman in reverse. This is like a misleading woman is what I'm getting. Like, also with the caring connections in reverse, it's like, yeah, like relationships that aren't serving you. That's what I keep getting. It's like spirits keep saying like, why are you choosing this? Why do you keep choosing this? When you know it's not serving you, when you know it's not healthy, when you know you're being misguided. I hear the word misguided. Okay, what else is your advice with this? Door to spirit in reverse. So there's a blockage in expansion right now, and I just feel like it's because this could be about making a choice, like needing to make a choice in regards to love, especially like your own well-being. Like I was saying, like being in the energy of love. Yeah, it just feels like there's this like expansion that's being stunted by this inability to make a choice or make a decision when it comes to love. One last one there. Yeah. The crown chakra. So following your divine guidance, like, will open the doors, is what I'm feeling. And we'll like get this energy flowing. It feels like there's this energy that's stuck. There's this stuck energy I'm feeling right now. So by following your guidance, I like that this was a 5 card. This was a 5 card. And this was also a 5 card. Hello, change. Interesting. And underneath the deck, yes, woman holding a heart in reverse, like being closed off to love, and then also door to romance in reverse. Romance being blocked because it just feels like there's something that needs to end, something that needs to like transform and die. Like we have death, and it's just like staring at me right now, right underneath there. But then underneath that is like financial constraints in reverse. So like money flowing into you. Yeah, that's what I'm getting there. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I want to hurry. Get some whispers of love. Whoa. Okay, we'll get some. This one. Okay, this one just wanted to come out. Choose love, it says. You always have a choice as what to do, what you should do. Choose love. I was feeling that too with the Lovers and Queen of Swords. Like, choose love. And anything that doesn't align with love needs to go. It says, you are limitless. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do. That's totally feels true with the Star and the 10 of Pentacles, and like knowing like that you are limitless, that you can create anything, that you can, especially with the door to value there. I like that. Okay, 2 of these come out. Yes! Oh my gosh, no way this came out for the last one. It says focus on love. That's not what this is. Queen of Swords and the Lovers, focus on love. I was totally feeling that. Like, and it says look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. So even if you're dealing with a difficult person, to focus on love, because that's what's really going to guide you, especially with the 7th chakra there. And will open the door to spirit. And then also love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person deserving all of the wonderful things that life has to offer. Also number 8, which I love. Yes, love who you are. Let's get a couple more. Speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. Yeah, so learning how you, like, just recognizing how you speak to people, speaking in a loving and gentle way, in a kind way. Consider your foundation. Exactly. You're being asked to look at how committed you are to love. Totally feeling this with commitment. Yeah, like just recognizing like your foundation, especially with the 10 of Pentacles there, which I love because I pulled it kind of right there. Yeah, like how committed are you to love or to your purpose, which is love, in my opinion. And then also be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. I love that too with the Queen of Swords, because she's all about like the mind and using your imagination. So using your imagination to focus on love, like, but being in your body, being in the present, being accepting of where you are, feeling the love in the present moment, but also dreaming of a better future, of something that you really desire. Okay, and then let's get one from Lightworker Oracle, and then I'll be done. Yes, okay. What is the overall message right now, Spirit? Overall message right now. 1111, message in the numbers. Okay, I'm going to pull one more just because that one doesn't give very much information. So for that you're receiving synchronicities. Okay, yes, this one's great. Hold your center. I love that they're surrounded by flowers. Okay. Yeah, it's just, this is just saying that the universe is speaking to you through numbers. Repeating number patterns that catch your eye. Information is being transmitted from the creative universal intelligence into your cellular awareness. You may feel energetic healing as you receive these transmissions of number frequencies. So like you might see a number like 444 or 222 on the clock or on a license plate or on a billboard or just anywhere. It might just like number sequences might just randomly pop up. You can also like just Google them or Pinterest them to see their meanings, but to me, it's like always just about forming a connection with the number. And that's how you learn how to communicate with the universe and trust your intuition to make decisions and really follow your guidance instead of following, what I'm getting with this is like following the world and like holding on to like the earthly plane instead of following your guidance, following your like spiritual destined path instead of clinging to the material world for survival needs. Okay, let's read the hold your center. Number 34. Have you been rushing out to meet others, trying to bend or accommodate their needs at the expense of your own well-being and inner peace? Now you are to strengthen your own energy, your own boundaries. Yes, with the Queen of Swords. To find your ground, firmly place your feet there and do not move. That's totally the Queen of Swords. Feel your feet anchoring you like a beautiful tree. Let yourself experience quiet certainty. That's what I was saying with the Queen of Swords. As you hold your center with commitment, again, commitment, courage, and consciousness. You are learning to trust your own instincts, to take your own journey without comparison to the life path of another. Yes, I was just saying that. There is no need to become disheartened or distracted by comparisons or judgments. The earth needs your light, which only can come from you. You will offer so much less if you try to make it match your beauty to what you perceive to be the beauty of another. And what was that? I don't think I shared this, but underneath financial constraints was envy. It's totally that. Many souls who are different and unique were not understood, acknowledged, and valued for whom they were as children. Instead, they were encouraged to conform, to change, to be other than their true self in order to be loved. This can be a hard pattern to break, exactly. Yet the time is here for you to love and honor yourself as yourself. I love that with love who you are. You are beautiful. You do not need to change for another. I was saying that we want to fix or change people. You certainly do not need to change for the divine. You are being encouraged instead to distill your essence to become even more of you. Hold your center now and do not be rattled by any other through intimidation, confrontation, doubt, jealousy, or fear. To hold your center means you accept your innate value and worth. I love that. Your right to exist and thrive, and accept the love that created you as you in order to fill your divine destiny. Totally the star. This oracle brings you confirmation. You are on the right path. I was feeling that with the star too. You do not need to collapse into fear or doubt to ease old guilt or make others more comfortable. It is not selfish or hard for you to be strong. You can hold yourself in high esteem and be gentle and loving to others, whilst absolutely refusing to accept any behavior, belief, or attitude of another that would tear you down or cast you into doubt or self-hatred. That's totally the Queen of Swords. As part of your spiritual training, your soul learned to be open to receive guidance and channel healing. This is what you need to do to be able to function as a healer, channel, and light worker. You had to be sensitive, receptive, and open. Now is the time to balance that with resilience, strength, and even some divine stubbornness, refusing to give up on who you are, whilst remaining open to guidance, and the balance of love and wisdom necessary to grow yourself as a divinely unique individual in a world that often fears true individuality, simply because it cannot be easily controlled. Totally the Four of Pentacles. Holding your center doesn't mean that you no longer surrender. Instead, you consciously choose to surrender into divine love and grow more empowered. Love that. You are here to shine a light, to be a lighthouse for others. The lighthouse doesn't ask for permission to shine. It stands still, shines faithfully, and those who need it are guided by its light to safety. Do not lose faith in yourself, beloved soul. You know who you are. Be strong. Honor your inner beauty and your personal boundaries. You need to feel safe in your ability to say no as much as you need to know that you will say yes when your heart guides you to do so. Be true to you. Anyway, I hope this is helpful. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'm sending lots of love.